It's never too late to prognosticate about what's going to happen next year. Brian Lombardo has an article up on XFL News Talk, XFL News Hub, talking about these three quarterbacks could be among the new faces of the XFL in 2020. We lost PJ Walker, Jordan Ta'amu. Most likely those guys will stick on for a little. Definitely PJ Walker. Jordan Ta'amu, he could stay for a little while in Kansas City as maybe being the backup. But here are three guys to keep an eye out for the 2021 XFL season. First is JT Barrett. Barrett had one of the most illustrious college careers with over 9,000 yards and 104 touchdowns, adding another 43 rushing touchdowns and over 3,200 yards. He has kept the interest of NFL teams since being undrafted in 2018. He's had stints with the Nolans, Seahawks, Steelers, but never cracked an active roster. He's a dual threat guy, totally, and could pass in the pocket, could be ideal for an XFL team. He could be a guy. Chris Strevell is a different type of guy, but he's kind of a quarterback that can flourish in the XFL. In college, Strevell spent 3 years at Minnesota before transferring to South Dakota, where he hit his stride under center. He was the Missouri Valley Football Conference Offensive Player of the Year in 2017, putting up astonishing 6,000 passing yards and 54 touchdowns. Yikes. Again, another guy went undrafted in 2018. He signed with the CFL with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. His 2-year career in the CFL was highlighted by a 2019 Grey Cup championship, in which he was a big part of the Bombers' offense. After the 2019 CFL season, he was released from his contract to explore NFL opportunities on February 4th. He signed a future contract with the Arizona Cardinals. The deal is for 3 years, $1.8 million, but none of that is guaranteed. There you go. But after the Cardinals came to terms with Brett Hundley for a 1-year contract in the 2020 season, the backup role seems all but locked in. Shiva could be looking at a 2020-21 season on a practice squad with Arizona, where he would be lucky to see any kind of action, which makes the 2021 XFL season potentially interesting. He's certainly a dual threat style quarterback, 6'1", 211, but his play style looks more like if Ben Roethlisberger, minus a couple inches, could run the ball effectively. A guy, again, these guys bouncing around. And another name, the final name, which a name that I've heard a lot about, is Chad Kelly. He's a total pain in the butt. He adopted the nickname Swag Kelly while at Ole Miss and never really seemed to grow up. He was famously released by the Broncos after being. He's currently on the Indianapolis Colts roster, slated to be QB3, but with the addition of funds, and for most stops in Chad's life, it hasn't been that way. But the XFL and players that we're talking about here, these are some names that have a little bit of buzz around them and prove some wherewithal at the QB position. The XFL has already had a few quarterbacks signed. We know PJ Walker, Jordan Ta'amu. So now these guys might be looking at the XFL and saying, well, wait a second. I could be like PJ Walker or Jordan Ta'amu, play well in the XFL, and then definitely make some bigger strides in the NFL.